Welcome back. President Cyril Ramaphosa announced last night that a national state of disaster would be instituted to release funds for relief in KwaZulu-Natal and other parts of the country. Earlier, we were speaking about trust in government to disburse funds without looting and corruption. But this is not only going to be a governmental effort. Ramaphosa said he had already met with the leadership of the Solidarity Fund, which had agreed to assist with humanitarian and other forms of relief. Now, the Solidarity Fund was set up shortly after the COVID-19 state of disaster was announced in March in 2020 to help raise and disperse funds. To discuss their involvement in this crisis, this new disaster, we're joined by the chairperson of the Solidarity Fund, Gloria Serobe. Ms. Serobe, thank you for being with us, as always. I think a few weeks ago, in March, it was reported you were wrapping up operations, although that would take a few months. So I guess because the structures are still in place, you can simply ramp up again. Are you ready for this new call to duty, as it were?
Why did I expect that question from you, Francis? Yes, we made a big announcement in March that we are folding down, and by end of September we should be fully wound down because we've done our mandates, the COVID mandate and also the unrest mandate, which was last year, July. And we did say, though, we did leave a window there that in winding down, we will leave a space for if another calamity does come around, the fund should be able to just reopen and reboot and all that. What we didn't bargain for, though, at the time was that that calamity will come sooner than later. You know, calamities don't come all the time. And so this flood comes in while we're busy with that. And but then at the same time, we are able to open for that activity while we're doing our wind down, because the programs, when they are finished, we should, anyway, as a crisis fund, we shouldn't be there permanently. We are supposed to be a short-term crisis, and once the crisis is over, we should be out of it. So we will be able to do that, yes.
I'm sure some of the officials involved were looking forward to some well-deserved rest, however. Is everyone on board to come back and ramp up operations and be heavily involved, like the CEO and other officials, for example?
That's the reason we had a special board meeting on Saturday evening to one, to get the approval to go ahead, and two, to sign off on those kinds of things. So I am comfortable that the team we have, the war room, the exco, is quite comfortable to go ahead with that. Obviously, because it's a new big program, there's going to be a lot of beefing up that we need to do, because we were going the other route. Now we have to beef up again the resources, the finance team, the PMO team, because we've got a new project. So we have to have the project management office team. We have to have all of that. But we're going to do this wind down parallel to actually doing this flood disaster program. But what it means is that we need to make sure that no balls are dropped. On the winding down, we have to be just as accurate, but so is the implementation of the flood relief, because even worse is that we don't have the opportunity to be studying things all over the place. People are in trouble. A week has come and gone. We have to do the right thing. And yes, I'm quite comfortable, Francis, that we'll be able to do it.
Yeah. Ms. Serobe, we've been speaking about the cynicism in government taking the lead here because of what happened during COVID-19 when those funds were dispersed. A few days ago, the finance minister was even talking about an independent agency to monitor the disbursement of funding. There was some speculation that the Solidarity Fund would be involved. So can we just be clear, are you going to play any sort of coordinating or monitoring role, or will you just be supplementing government efforts like you did last time?
Remember, even when we did talk about augmenting the work of government, we implement some things, we monitor certain things. So in our, as a fund, we do partner with people who are appropriately placed to deal with a certain issue. For example, I just give an example. If it is, as I see it, that the rural areas of KZN and Eastern Cape have been as severely affected by this flood, and we have to make interventions to those areas. In the absence of the traditional leaders of the rural areas, which is largely where they know more about what's going on there. They know more about those communities. We have partnered with them in the last 2.5 years. We know how to work with them. We've got a wonderful results from that. So we partner with the people who know best what to do in a particular area. So if we go into the issues of shelter, there are people, there are NGOs who are very strong on how to deal with shelters. And the Solidarity Fund, we partner with those and make it work. I think the difference is that we do have the coordinating capacity. We have worked with just about everyone in South Africa to give the crisis fund the agility and the flexibility that is required of it. So we're quite comfortable that we can do that.
I'm sure you've learned so much. Very quickly, we've run out of time. The Treasury says, well, the President said Treasury would make the first deposit. Do you know how much that will be?
They will announce it themselves as soon as they make that call.
All right. Thank you for your time tonight. That was the chairperson of the Solidarity Fund, Gloria Serobe.